Hello, listeners. This week, we are starting our new game that is running concurrently with our Fallout 2D20 campaign. It uses the Elder Scrolls setting in a game called Old School Essentials. I chose Old School Essentials as it's kind of a remaster of the old Advanced Dungeons & Dragons from the late 80s and early 90s. The Elder Scrolls games were inspired by Bethesda employees' homebrew Dungeons & Dragons game. So if you're familiar with Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition, this is going to be a little different. Characters are not as powerful, and the world is more deadly. The benefit is that the rewards are greater, and some scenarios could easily reshape the world. It also allows a lot of room for custom systems, which we are slowly going to integrate as we move forward to make it even more similar to the game series themselves. Today, we will be doing our character creations and some delightful world building with our first official gameplay next week. I hope you all enjoy. And we're going to go ahead and start with step one, which is roll ability scores. And so I'm going to go person by person, so not everybody goes at once, so that it's all wacky-do. And so what you're going to need to do is enter hashtag stat in the chat 6 times, and then remember those numbers, or look back at them in the chat. So we're going to start in the order in which you appear on my Discord, which is Cody, you are first. Go ahead and roll your stats. Hashtag stat. If you're following along at Twitter at home, that's hashtag stat. Call us back on reply to our tweet, and you may win a King's gift card.
No, don't.
Raid Shadow Legends.
Right.
All right. Hashtag stat.
This game is trying to kill me.
Well,
it wants me to die.
Exciting. Okay. Next up, we're going to start going through classes and adjusting some of those ability scores. So we're going to start back again with Cody. I've already assigned you a fighter class in there, and we're working on an orc kind of like customization. Fighters are a little bit boring in general. There's a lot of like plays on those, and a lot of these character sheets are kind of modular in that aspect. So I'm working on a special power that you get, I think, at level 3. You're going to get kind of like essentially a rage ability at level 3. That's going to increase like a little bit of stuff. But fighters are typically pretty good because they are like legitimately good at wielding any kind of weapon, any kind of way, and are just like, frankly, the damage dealers because of their like the amount of hit points that they have, amount of things that they can do with their attacks. You're cool with that class, right?
Indeed.
So
yes.
You can adjust your ability scores. What you can do is you can decrease an ability score by 2 to add 1 point to another. So if you would like to do that, you can. No score may be lowered below 9, though.
All right, then I feel like my choices are very easy, and I will just stick with what I have.
Sounds great.
I can't. I literally can't. There's not a single thing I can do. Wow.
Yeah, I'll just leave it.
Jared, you've gone for a wood elf, which is from the Carcass Crawlers issue 2, which is some of the official Necrotic Gnome kind of addendums and adding of classes. You're down with the wood elf lifestyle, if I'm correct, right? I mean, maybe not personally, but for this character.
Yeah.
And you may adjust your ability scores the same way now, if you so choose.
Now, my particular class, what is my favored attribute? Because we had talked about Ranger, and it said Strength, but I'm not sure.
If we pull out Carcass Crawlers issue 2 here, we'll be able to find out what your wood elf is doing here. So you need a minimum dex of 9, a minimum intelligence of 9, and your prime requisite should be in dex and wisdom.
Dex and wisdom. Okay.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And it'll take the lower of those two for your ability, for your experience modifier.
Gotcha.
All right. Next up, we've got May. Now, May, we have discussed playing an assassin of sorts.
Yes.
Assassins are pretty interesting in this game and have a lot of different powers. Are we still down with the assassination lifestyle?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Just call me the cleanup crew.
So, assassin's prime requisite and how you determine experience is on dex. So if you probably already knew this, but you're gonna want a high dex.
Yeah, that 18 is going into dex. 100%.
That sounds great. You have a lot of fun.
I'm gonna be squishy. I'm gonna be squishy cheesecake, guys.
You have a lot of different fun kind of skills that come along with this class. You're able to like disguise yourself. You're able to like climb sheer surfaces, that kind of stuff. It's all delightful and wonderful. And if you want to adjust your ability modifiers, I explained how to do that.
I literally can't. There's literally no pluses to me doing any kind of adjustment. So I'm going to put that 18 into dex. I'm going to put the 12 into charisma, and everything else is a dump stat, apparently.
I like it.
Literally,
everything
else is a dump stat for me.
It's a good thing I was a little forgiving with this dungeon, because a lot of the starter dungeons can be a little unforgiving. Next up, we've got Michael.
It's so much trouble, guys. So much
Michael,
trouble.
we had talked about you playing a bard. Are you still down for the sing-song lifestyle?
I am down for my bard concept of not a singer, but kind of like a stand-up philosopher.
Okay. Stand-up philosopher. So more like there was a rapper in college at I think it was at Penn State. His name was Phil Osophical.
Oh God!
So that's what that kind of reminds me of. So what you will need for your bard is a minimum dex of 9 and a minimum intelligence of 9.
Fair.
And you're going to want a high charisma.
Yes.
So if you have all of that, you can be a bard. Now, if you need to adjust your ability scores, as long as they don't go below 9, you can decrease 1 by 2 to add 1 to another.
I think that should be fair. I'm sorry, what was my minimum dex?
9.
9. Okay. That's fine. Okay, my 9 will go there. So on this character sheet, question just for filling it out, there's a 10/0. Do I put how do I fill this out correctly?
That second field auto updates, so you'll just fill in where the first section.
Gotcha. Okay.
Got it. Let's see. It should automatically, since I've already went ahead and you all selected your character sheets beforehand, you're going to have different attack values. So let's talk about attacking while we're here. This works in reverse from Dungeons and Dragons. There's a new stat. So like normally in Dungeons and Dragons, there's an AC. And so what you're trying to do is hit essentially above that AC to damage a monster. Here, it's the opposite. Guess what? We played Fallout 2D20 where we're looking for low rolls. Again, we're looking for low rolls this time around, so it's very confusing. We're going to be very excited about ones in general. So the way it works is you have a general... a THACO, which is an official term from Advanced Dungeons and Dragons. You have a THACO, which is to hit armor class 0. Armor class 0 is like impenetrable. So if you roll essentially, like if you have a THACO of 19, like that's generally pretty low. That's like a 1 in 20 chance of being able to hit. Then you calculate from my end what the creature's AC is. And all you have to do on your end is roll an attack roll. It'll tell me the result, and I get to tell you if it hits or not. So there's some math involved with that. That's all on me. So you don't really have to think about that particularly.
Can we do an example? All right, so they have an AC of 3, a roll of, I don't know, fucking 3 as well.
Yeah, 3's going to hit like everything.
Okay.
If you roll a 3,
so
you're going to hit.
One more time, what is this THACO thing? So my THACO's 19.
Yeah, so your THAC is 19. So essentially that means that anything that is, so let's say if he has an AC of 3, if you roll a 4 or under, you're going to hit.
Okay.
So as you level up, your THAC will go down. So that means that you will be more powerful to hit anything. Like it doesn't matter what it is. Like at that point, like AC class for stuff can only go so high, and it just makes it so that everything's kind of like balanced across the board. So that like if you're a level 5, it's going to be, you're going to be able to hit more things and penetrate more things. Now, one thing is that I've learned of my 1 year of podcasting is I don't like it when things miss. That's just a general rule for me. It's not very exciting when you fire a weapon and it misses. So the one homebrew rule I am bringing to this game is if you miss an attack, if it does not hit, you will do damage equal to what your level is. So if you are level 1 and you miss an attack, you will still deal 1 damage.
So
if
we're
you're level 3. Grazing, yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Because I want combat. The combat's already fast in this game, but I feel like missing an attack is not exciting. Like from my perspective of like listening to a show or listening to a thing, I'm like, I'm looking for that action, baby. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's a good rule, and I've seen that rule in a lot of other homebrew campaigns. So that's kind of the general rule for attacking that we're going through. You have certain saving throws. So saving throws, there's like 5 different kinds. Essentially, if you're attacked by, there's like a death ray in this game, and you have to save versus death. There's a little, if you go down your character sheet, there's kind of a line of that. You click on that value, and it's going to do that roll for you. I think there's death, paralysis, wands,
breath and spells.
Breath, yeah.
Breath and spells, yeah. All of those are attacks that monsters can do, or things that can happen to you that you can save your stuff from. Look at your class abilities. A lot of people have certain like dungeon abilities. So this game is meant to be played in a dungeon. Pretty much most of the time that we're actually playing the game, it's going to be in a very specific dungeon. There's a lot of freedom in this dungeon, but there's certain things you can do, like listening at doors or detecting hidden rooms, like looking for secrets. Most people's, like if for a regular character, you're going to have like a 1 in 6 chance. Some classes have a greater chance that should already be filled in on your character sheet. As you level up, those chances get better. There's also other different class abilities that if you have them, they're already noted on your character sheets. Like some of them are like an assassin has like an 87% chance of hiding in the shadows or something like that. It's going to go ahead and roll that D100 for you and give you the results from that through Roll20. And now we're going to do another roll. So if you will go to your character sheets, we are going to roll what your hit points are. Oh, joy.
Ooh. I'm so excited.
So the first thing that you will hit, I believe, for your character, I think I'm going to press this right, is your HD, which is in that first like little area at the top. Go ahead and hit that button. I'm pretty sure that's what it does. Yep.
Sorry, where on the character sheet is it?
It's
so like
the,
it's at the very top.
it's in the top part above ability scores, so where it has XP next plus
yes.
percentage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Coding.
3.
Jesus Christ.
Yep.
So we're hitting HD.
Yes.
Yes.
Just hit HD. Mhm.
Please. Oh,
What?
Jesus.
No.
Roll it again. You get a it's in the rolls. You get a mulligan for this one.
All right.
There we go.
Man.
Okay.
Oh, dude.
I knew I was squishy, but wow.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Wow.
The dice are
I'm
trying to
glad you're having us make some extra characters.
That is the point.
Yeah.
This game is not a story about your characters. It's a story about the party's legacy. So people may come in and out. People may die. Like it could be a rotating door based on what happens. There's some caveats for some different stuff. But generally, this is a level 1 campaign. Now, you have some things play out for you that I think will end up being okay. And generally, I'm pretty forgiving, unless I'm feeling, particularly salty one day. So I think that you all will be all right, at least for this session. So we will see. That was pretty pitiful, but let's do it again because that's 2 1s and a 2. Let's do it one more time. Okay, that's way better.
Okay.
130.
Hey, man, that's not
Yeah.
okay. That's very nearly the lowest possible roll.
All right. So
God.
each person gets 130 gold pieces, which you're going to use to buy equipment. So when you're on adventuring gear, there's a number of different pretty good options. I'm going to be tracking encumbrance in this game. Everything has a weight. Weight is always gold. Everything is measured in gold. This game is all about gold. Experience is gold. What you can carry is based in gold. So I would recommend a backpack, which holds up to 400 coins, which will cover you for most basic things. Once we get to the, if you're getting something really heavy, may not fit in your backpack or whatever, but a lot of opportunity. Really lucrative game that we've got here. Torches will be important later on. I don't know if torches will be very important in this dungeon, and I say that, and you may have a need for a torch, but there's going to be no. This is not a dungeon in a typical sense. But you can see a lot of the different items, if you want some thieves' tools, if you want make sure you have rations. Having a few rations is probably good. We're not gonna, I'm not gonna be tracking I'm gonna make sure that everybody has rations on them and deplete them as we go along. But I'm not gonna be okay, it's been, you're gonna eat 1 ration every 2 rations a day. I guess would be a good estimate of that.
Is there a simple difference between standard rations and iron rations?
Standard rations are, hang on, I have it right here.
Standard rations are not preserved, whereas the iron rations are preserved.
Yes.
So like pemmican and such would be iron rations.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard. You're lucky to have it.
Oh, I thought primitive tinned goods, so we all get botulism.
Yeah, I was hoping they were just like iron fortified. There's some extra vitamins and minerals in there.
Yes.
Make you stronger as you go.
On page 96, there are weapons and armor. So based on your class, you are allowed certain things. Cody is allowed everything because he's a fighter.
Yeah, buddy. Where's the clubs? Yeah, buddy. No, just kidding.
May can have any weapon, but can only have leather armor, but can use shields. So you can have a shield and leather armor if you want that. For May's character. For Michael's bard, you can have leather or chainmail, and you can use one-handed weapons as well as missile weapons, like a bow. A bow, exactly.
Okay.
You can use leather armor and shields, and you can use any weapon.
Oh, I can use any weapon?
Any weapon.
Because I'm based off a ranger or something, right?
Pretty much. You're just a ranger elf combo. So I'll let you all look over that for a minute, and once you're ready, I'm going to give you 5 or 10 minutes to spend your 130 gold pieces. You can add them in there should be some notes on your character sheet. You can just add them in there. Anything you don't spend, you can add to your character sheet as well. And then we'll move on. So, if you dig into the rules of this book, and you're kind of looking at, if you've looked at your character sheets, you know that it's very different from 5e, where your character has an immense amount of powers, and by the end of it, you're a superhero. This one is meant to essentially high level characters won't necessarily be the strongest characters, but they'll be incredibly wealthy, so that they are literally managing their fort and an army of people. and are sending them out to go do the dungeons for them while they are tackling the important things. So like it's almost like there's a bit of a management game like built into later levels where you are like you become like the Fighters Guild or whatever. Like you run the show based on how much gold you get.
So, Dave, I have a question.
Yes.
So, the adventuring gear, since we are tracking encumbrance closely, the adventuring gear does not have weights associated with it.
Yeah, the weight is associated with it. It's in GP. Everything that costs GP, that is how much it weighs. It doubles. So, like, that's how it's written in the rules. Is pretty much
it
coins.
Doubles?
No, it doesn't. The stat means two things. So how much it's worth and how much it weighs.
Okay.
So however many coins it's worth, like however many of the like backpack has 400 coins. So like the torch or whatever is. Hang on, I just lost it. The torch is
one.
Like 6 torches is 1 gold. So like you could have 406 torches.
But that's
but
not
I
the
could
case
only
for
have
weapons.
yeah, but I could only have 16 vials of holy water.
Pretty much, yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
But the weight of weapons and armor is different from its cost.
Yeah, so
correct.
If you are wearing something, if you have it equipped, then you are fine.
Guys, I don't know what else to take. I got 15 left. This is what I have so far. I have a backpack, 1 standard rations, 1 iron rations, a pole arm, a sword, plate mail, a shield, water skin, and 2 links of rope. And I have 15 left, and I do not know.
Tinderbox, flint and steel, and torches might be good, and also a water skin might be useful.
I do have water skin on there.
Okay, all right. Yeah,
I'm thinking about just taking more rations because
it's not a bad idea.
My brain is so spongy.
So this system is designed to be a very limiting and hard system, but in play is where it gets kind of wacky, and I get to let you pretty much do whatever you think of. It's very much in the style of how we play Fallout 2D20, where we're like trying to crash a tree into a helicopter. Like that kind of stuff is like, yeah, if the logic makes sense, you can do it because you're not rolling to do things unless it's hitting something. You don't roll to do things. You just roll to defy danger. Like, so your logic for a lot of these, wacky ideas or like, oh, I don't know where to put everything. And it's like, can I just put it in the corner and come back to it later and get it like after? It's like, yeah, you can do that if you want it. Like, but you don't know what's going to happen to that room. Like you wouldn't know certain things. So like you can say, oh, can come back for that later. And then it'll, it will be there. But, and so I'm not going to use it.
So it's basically common sense. Roll for common sense.
I mean, yeah, it's more about strategic thinking for yourself, and then you can pretty much do the things. There are skill checks, which we'll get over once we get past the equipment buying. So just let me know when you're done buying equipment. All right, so once you've got that sorted, next you're gonna name your character. So I'm gonna go around now. Hopefully you've thought of a good name for your character.
I've thought of several bad names. Will those work?
We're gonna go. You're gonna name. If it's a bad name, then that's great because that just makes it even better. I'm gonna start. We're gonna start with Jared actually right now because Jared has a name picked out. Jared, what is the name of your wood elf?
My wood elf is named Alanis Mosswing.
That's pretty good. Do you have any idea about like what Alanis Mosswing is? Like any kind of like general? I'm not looking for like paragraphs of backstory, but if we're like
that's good.
Yeah.
One sentence.
Yeah. It's your elevator pitch.
My elevator pitch is my Morrowind self-insert for the last 3 games. Because every time I play, I'm like, ooh, alchemy's cool. Like, oh, you can make a lot of money doing alchemy. Ooh, I like bows. It keeps me safe. And then that's just what my character is every single time I play a Morrowind game.
That's great. That's great. I love it. Okay. Awesome. Elenus really likes making potions, using lotions, and shooting.
Whoa. I asked you not to make it personal, okay?
Is Elenus? Elenus is a woman, right? What does she look like?
Maybe.
I don't know. What does Elenus look like?
Jagged
like little pill? Like what's the?
Yeah, like a misunderstood mid-90s rocker who somehow got radio time on pop stations and rock stations in leather armor, and certainly not an active man crush or anything. Yeah.
I like it. I like the we rolled the idea of Alanis Morissette, but boy howdy. We really brewed that one, and that's a pun.
Okay.
Yeah, you saw the AI generated art. That's I got some good ones.
I'm very curious to see some of those. All right, thank you. Got one hand in my pocket, and Cody is next, telling me what else is going on here. How many jagged little pill jokes are we gonna make? Like, what's the?
I don't know.
Quite a few.
Over under? Quite a few.
Something theater.
I mean, the character's name is Gast Bassa. And there's really not much
from a name generator.
Yeah, it absolutely. It was.
Mine was too. I was like rolling through names, and I saw Lannis. I'm like, "Yep, I'm stopping right there. That's the one."
I clicked the link that you sent in the chat, and Gast Bassa was there, and I was like, "Oh, that's
there you
it.
go.
I don't need to roll again. It's done."
That's serendipitous right there. It's great.
And there's really not much to say. I mean, he's an orc, and he likes just kind of smashing people's heads in, and he's not smart. He's not. He's just not smart.
Is he kind of like bald guy, or has he got like some like weave or something?
You know how like in a lot of the games they kind of have like bald heads, except for like the top knot thing going on. He's like that,
like the undercut type deal.
Knot.
Yeah. Yes.
Well, we did gas basta mama jama, so shake your butt, mama. Moving on, we've got
I don't know what's happening.
May.
If you thought Elder Scrolls lore was impregnable before.
Yeah.
Okay, we are not here to explain to people how this works. We're here to confuse them even more.
Correct.
Accomplished.
That's why we're
That's
here.
why, here's the thing. That's why when you look at an Elder Scroll in the game, you become immediately blind. And that's for everything, because they don't have time to explain. They don't have time to explain what that is. The name of the game. They're like, nope, you're blind. Sorry. Yeah. Can't look at that. Nope. Anyways.
So I'm going to go with the name of Vel, V-E-L, Ashran.
Vel Ashran. All right. Well, tell me a little bit about Vel Ashran. Any details? I know you were looking at dark elf-ish kind of trait.
Dark elf, specifically, so a Dunmer, but like what she can sort of recall of her childhood, she was definitely an Ashlander, and she's very, very good at killing people, but she doesn't have a whole lot else going on. She thinks she's kind of charismatic and can talk people into doing things for her and helping her out, but it probably has a lot to do with her cleavage. So, she may or may not be onto something with that.
So,
but she is sneaky. She's very sneaky.
Very, very sneaky, sir. So Vel would, in terms of like assassin leagues, there is a current assassin league called the Morag Tong. In this time period that we're in, we're not actually doing like the Dark Brotherhood doesn't exist yet, but the Morag Tong is kind of like official assassins. They're like public facing assassins. That's just what they do.
Right.
So
She is not one of them. She was
she's not one of them.
She was likely grabbed and trained up probably by a cult who tried to use her essentially as a spy, and less a front facing, legitimate assassin, and more a go in, steal stuff, get information, stabby, and at some point. One of her bosses figured that she was more useful as a pawn and threw her underneath the wagon wheel. So here she is.
I like that. So dark elf, kind of like sultry looking. They have hair. This is my question. I don't know why my character. Do they have hair? Are they bald?
Quite a bit of hair with her. I'm doing the Elder Scrolls Online look for the Dunmer, specifically the Ashlanders. They're very into keeping their hair. She actually has a fairly dark, sort of almost bluish black hair.
I like it.
And she's fairly proud of it, actually.
In case you're wondering about
shadows.
In case you're wondering about Alanis, yes, long straight hair down to about midriff.
Mm-hmm.
She's got her Jinko jeans on too.
She's got that Garden of Eden Eve look thing going on.
Yeah, I'm feeling so bohemian like you. Mike, you're Bard. I'm very curious as to what you're gonna name. I'm very excited for when you said, I want to do Space Bard. So what are you naming your Bard?
His name is Spalding Greyworth, which is a reference to the character who inspired him, which was the monologuist and actor Spalding Gray. So imagine a kind of very sinewy, skinny man with kind of shoulder-length white hair, who seems a little effete, but he likes to talk. He's very much a talker, and he's a collector of experiences. He likes to just meet new people, go on adventures. He doesn't know where the day is going to take him. He's just there to collect stories and in turn tell stories to those who want to listen to him.
I like that. So eventually for Alanis and Spalding here, I'm going to look at the Wood Elf sheet real quick to double check and make sheet. Actually, Jared, do you have an additional assignment that I'm giving you? You're going to need to... Yeah. You're going to need to select one level 1 divine spell. That is something that you will need to do.
I guess I'm going to have to learn magic now. Okay, 1 second.
Yep. Mike, at your next level, Spalding, at your next level, you will learn a magic spell. But you haven't proven your worth, Mike. So you are a patron of a divine force. There are some divine forces in the game. I won't get into detail about that, but imagine for me, let's collectively come up with what the divine force that Spalding Greyworth kind of is a patron of.
Is there a kind of a god or Holy Spirit of kind of not quite debauchery, but of like loose...
Have you met the Daedric princess? Seriously. Like,
now we're talking.
What kind of debauchery? That's a better song.
Yes, there's a lot of different flavors of debauchery in this universe.
Exactly.
You might have to be a bit more specific.
Fun debauchery is pretty obvious.
Booze and sex.
Oh,
yeah,
easy.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to be a patron of Sanguine, who is a Daedric god.
Good night, everybody.
Sanguine oversees the myriad realms of revelry, which is literally described as like any kind of debauchery happens everywhere across this dude's realm. So you are the divine Sanguine is your patron. Alanis.
Prince of Hedonism.
Yes, Prince of Hedonism.
Yeah, so I'm looking at cleric spells. Is that what we're...
Yeah, the cleric spells is
we're
what
classifying as a divine?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
I think I'm going to go with purify food and water.
Sure. I do have that's probably a good one because unintentionally I do, and for your character in our Fallout 2D20 game, I do often trick you in food-based things. So
Yes.
Well,
that is
I feel
There's
like
been a
it-
trend.
True.
I feel like this is apropos for this character. Now, I'm on the spell tab.
okay.
So I'm going to add this as a spell, but it also looks like I have spell slots available. How many times do I get to blast this puppy off a day? Is it just one spell slot right now?
One spell slot right now. Yep.
Okay. So I've got one spell known and I've got one spell slot. Now, is this prepare? So we're getting really in the weeds here. Is this prepared casting or spontaneous casting? So do I always know purify food and water, or at the beginning of the day when I pray to my nature god, I can pick a different spell?
Beginning of your god when you pray, it's prepared, so you can pick a different spell.
Got it.
Each time. Yep.
I got it.
Casting.
All right. Thank you so much.
No problem. So you purify food and water. The other question is, what is your divine being that you kind of have to you have to have a divine your character?
No, I don't. Next. No. So I need some type of divine being that I follow. Well, let's see. I'm going to just spout off facts, and you can stop me when you come up with like, okay, this is. So,
Yeah.
Wood elf is kind of on the ranger side of things. The alchemy thing's kind of important to me. So, medicinal / poison / nature gathering.
Kinnereth.
Yeah, Kinnereth is probably good. Pretty much Kinnereth is who you're going to be, and I'm going to look up what the because elves call different gods different things from humans because they're really special. So Kinnereth would be.
I think it's Kinnereth for the murder.
Goddess of the heavens, the winds, the sea, the elements, and the unseen spirits of the air.
But
Is
so
that?
Kine is the Nord version, who is very much like into like nature and like hunting and sort of that traditional type of stuff.
You're actually going to be praying to Yefri, which is the it's in both the Bosmiri and Khajiit pantheon. So it's essentially just like the Great Deku tree that controls all life.
Yefri, the singer, the storyteller, the god of song and forest, the spirit of the now, and the green man. Is the most important deity of the Bosmiri pantheon, also worshipped by the Altmer, Bretons, and Snow Elves. So this is a sort of pretty generic deity. That fits. I mean...
Yeah, just like nature god. I'm not expecting to have some like soup. I mean, you could decide if you want that, but I'm not looking for like you all to have some like very strong religious beliefs. But that's pretty much who you're going to be.
Yeah, and I don't think that's probably not the direction this character is going to go. But
yeah,
I mean, we're looking at a universe where gods and probably polytheism exist, and this is where, like, you know, this is the Bosmiri equivalent of just God.
Yes.
Capital G God. Yeah. Got it. Cool.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to do a little lore dump just to basically set up where you are in the history of this and what's important. And then we're going to talk about like where we're at with this crew, what's happening. And I'm going to kind of almost turn it over to you all to kind of decide how everybody knows each other. So back in time, a bunch of people got together in the established, like pretty much like the faith of the land. And they tried to make all of the gods kind of like, they almost like how the Christians did like stuff to Greek mythology to make it be like, oh, Zeus is like God and this is like this. They made this like 8 divines culture. And so a bunch of the humans got together one day and got this magic staff, and they took it up to the highest tower in the land. And they said, hey, we don't want our god to be associated with anything elven, so we're going to rewrite history. And that's how it's going to be. And what that did was that broke time. So time is broken. People's memories of what happened before are kind of hazy. No written history exists within this time. So this is before all the video games. You don't need to play any of the video games to understand what's going on in this. This is just like a generic fantasy time where things seem kind of like separate. There's often writings of people will say this thing happened at this time, but there's another account of something happening completely different in the exact same place during the exact same time. So things are really confusing memory wise. What essentially you all are, and what I'm thinking of how to motivate you all to engage with this game about gold. There's a few different ways that you could go. Like maybe you could be treasure hunters, maybe you could be like thieves, maybe you could be like whatever. But I want you all to know each other. I want you all, because like you all are this party, and it's the tale of this party. The main thing and how I want to set you up and where I want to put you is you all have to start under arrest. You have been brought to an inn, but you were under arrest and you're being escorted to the Imperial City. So you are at a stopping point where you are under arrest. So
This is classic
my question
Elder
to you all
Scrolls.
is classic Elder Scrolls.
Gotta be.
Why are you under arrest? What does your party do? Like, what's some of the history between you all? And this can be open to whatever. You all could have done some like crazy shit, but I'm more focusing on like you all as a group. What do you all want this group to be?
I mean, we could go kind of classic trope, and we're under arrest at the inn for getting having too much fun at said inn and causing a scene. Very basic of an idea.
Mm-hmm.
I was holding.
My alternative.
Alanis was holding. That's hers. Like she got a random pat down. They found skooma or something.
Yeah, that's pretty similar to what my alternative was. I feel like it's got to be like a heist of some sort. It's got to be a heist. You got this fucking pop star who is, I guess, like the face or whatever. You have the assassin who's like the sneaky one. You have the bard, I guess, is a distraction, and then the orc that got us all caught.
Like, since part of my character's background is that he just likes to meet people. I like the idea that it's a heist crew, and he's the guy who like connected everyone. Like he knows all of you from separate adventures.
Oh, you're the Danny Ocean.
I'm the Danny Ocean.
I like it. Yeah,
it's perfect.
Yes.
It's like, what do you do? I'm really good at picking locks. Okay, I got a job for you.
Okay. This is coming together very well. So, what is Alanis's role in the heist?
I would say possibly. It's hard to say, really. I'm so middling everywhere. Like probably lookout or local knowledge or something. I don't know. Like probably like insider
local
knowledge.
I feel like insider knowledge is good.
So do we all like this heist kind of idea? What are you all trying to steal? Like, what's of value at this inn that you got arrested for?
Fucking skooma. I like the skooma idea. We just
There's
went
just
in.
like a skooma den, like
literally a group of people hired to steal from other criminals.
Yes, I love that idea.
We're the assholes that get caught.
Yeah. We said a little too much at the inn, and like somebody ratted on us before we could even get started. Like, no, you're not going to cut in on our turf. Like, we're just a little too big for our britches. The
They
guards
bribe
got
the
paid off.
guards. Yes.
So we were going to thieve from the thieves, but maybe it was a triple cross. The person who set us up was going to set us up to take the fall for their crew, possibly even.
This is perfect. All right, so we're a heist crew that had this plan to raid a skooma den, but then we got too drunk at the end and started talking about it. So then the skooma den people were like, "The fuck?" Bribe some guards, and then we get arrested.
It's like a massive failure to launch.
So we are 100% those assholes, aren't we?
Yeah.
I kind of like the idea, and I like the idea that you all are the people, the criminals that are going to like steal from the other criminals. Like you are the almost like anti-criminals in that aspect. And since you're arrested for like attempt at robbery, that's going to be like a fine of 25 gold, and you're like, I guess we'll just have to pay this, so they'll just have to cart us to wherever we need to go. Like we're almost like doing the arrest. We're not going to go to jail. We're just going to pay the money, and we're going to
It's like
get out
getting
of
pulled
here.
over in Virginia. Like you got to go straight to the.
That was definitely a speed trap, guys. We definitely ran into that speed trap. By the way, I love the idea that it's not that we were talking or bragging about that we were going to steal this money. It's the fact that somebody started saying something that we were kind of afraid was going to give it away, and we were drunk enough that we loudly started telling each other to stop talking about the heist, and that's what actually gave it away. Stop talking about the robbery, guys. Shh. We need to keep it a secret from them. And meanwhile, they're sitting right there like, are you kidding? So that's what I'm thinking is skooma, not even once, kids.
Right. So I'm going to go person by person, and you're going to tell me one thing that the group has done in the past as this like anti-heist crew outside of this skooma deal, which is the current situation that you're in. So I'm going to start with Cody again. Tell me one, and it doesn't have to be like a long story. It can just be like, we tried to do this happened, and that's what went down.
Tried to steal a prized racehorse, but Gas Bassa just ended up eating it. He was hungry. He ate a racehorse.
No. Oh.
It's like, wow, he really did eat the ass end out of a horse. I thought that was just a turn of phrase. He literally ate the ass end out of that horse.
Gas Bassa hungry.
It's pretty good. I enjoy the callbacks when that happens. Be like, all right, now, man, come on, now, don't do it like the horse last time. Remember the horse?
That's why he got 3 rations with his gold. He didn't know what else to get. Fucking got to keep him fed. And was going to just start eating horses.
Jared, what's something that this crew has done?
Oh, let me think. Being the sort of naturalist, maybe one of our original heists to try to find illegal substances. Maybe we tried to find some type of grow farm or something someplace.
Tried to find like the marijuana field on the state property. You know,
Oh, is that the one we accidentally set on fire and then forgot? We lost like 2 days after
It was
that.
very peaceful in that entire region for several days.
The time we accidentally hotboxed a county.
This is perfect. we must have no successful heists.
No wonder you wanted to eat a horse. I think we all probably wanted to eat the horse afterward.
Yeah, that's perfect. Let me tell you, this creation is going way better. I am like I'm a proponent of this method. So May, you're next to add something to the rap sheet.
All right. I'm going to say we were hired to gently lift some information from a office of a middling bureaucrat, and we tried to set up a honey trap, hoping that either Alanis or Vel would be his type, and it turned out he angled for a 3-way with Gast and Spalding, and they absolutely dropped the ball, literally.
Spalding would have been on board for that, so yeah.
Oh yeah, but it wasn't just involving Spalding. Gast wasn't quite getting the telegraphing of what was necessary. At least, let's just say more than once there's been misadventure through eating the wrong things.
God.
God. Okay, yeah. Mike.
All right, I've got one.
So far, we've got eating courses, getting high, and some other kinds of eating.
So, all right. So this is one that
And what I
was
mean
good
Eat
intel.
salad.
Yeah.
So one
No,
of our
he
former
literally
heights-
cleaned out his entire pantry, and he was not having it. He kicked him out. There's
Well, I'm
only
already
so
gonna
many
have to
uses
put-
for mayonnaise.
I'm already gonna have to put the explicit disclaimer on this now. We've gone too far. This is
Are
meant
you
for
really
children.
surprised?
It's meant for the
is not meant
2-year-old.
Was it for children?
No.
All right, Mike.
So this is it was good intel. We were hired by a village that was afraid that a neighboring village was about to attack. We were hired by this village to steal all the weapons from the village they thought was about to attack. And we successfully stole all the weapons.
Yay!
But that just meant the
success.
first village came and wiped out the second village because they had no more weapons. So we inadvertently allowed entire village to get slaughtered.
Thinking
our
that
most-
we were protecting.
Technically, our most
it was
successful heist.
successful. It was a successful.
Yeah, we did get paid for that one at least.
This is the most successful heist.
That's perfect.
That
I'm
was
already
one that
I'm
was
already
the
a
wholesale
huge fan.
slaughter.
I'm already a huge fan of this group. I'm
Okay.
sad that you all only have 3 to 4 hit points. This is
We
I'm
do,
a real
we
big
do need
fan.
to we do need to decide what this group's going to be called, though. That's
Sure,
going to
yeah.
be the hard one.
we'll decide. Let's do it.
The oblivious fuck ups. That's all I got right now.
What did I say? The messy bastard.
Ooh, like spelled messy, like that soccer guy, right?
Messy. SSI.
Like that.
I like the Bossa Boys.
Boys.
Of course you like.
That's what Bossa. That's what Gas Bossa calls us.
I also
Okay.
kind of
Might
like that you all would have.
We all have different names for the group.
Yes.
I'm
all
going to
trying to
go with
convince the
scuba
others to go.
divers for me personally.
Scuba.
Yes,
Scuba
we all have.
divers.
I love it. We all just have different names, and whenever, depending on who gets asked first, what we get called, we all answer differently.
I also like the idea that we forget that that's what the other one. We
Oh,
have
yeah,
different
wait, that's
names. So
us,
someone will
right?
refer to a group and will be like, "Who are those guys? I've never heard of them before." And they're like, "That's us.
Scuba divers.
That's our names." It's like
Scuba
that's not our
divers.
name.
They like skooma and they take dives and fights. Yeah, right? Wait, is that us? That was us. Shit.
Now, I don't know
Yeah,
how that
hey,
helps
guys.
you, market us, but
I
That's
think
your
we're
problem.
actively working against him marketing us at this point.
We might have to change our names that frequently because we don't want to be associated with the stuff that we've
Yes.
jacked up previously.
well, we can't be called scuba divers anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, whoops.
We were never called scuba divers.
Well, we did technically, we were trying to get skooma and we did kind of accidentally take a dive. So, yeah, we should, probably go
Oh,
for
God,
something
this
different.
This is good. This is so
We have
good.
to change. We have to change names every mission because of
We've got these painted
that was
leather
a
jackets.
good name. It was a good name. I'll give you credit. But then we went and did a regicide at the town over there.
We got these painted leather jackets, and there's just like a bunch of names that have been crossed out.
Crossed out.
The new one's been painted on below it.